Hey everyone, it's Joel from EVGeek Studios, and this is your mini charge episode for Sunday, January 4th, 2026. And today we're talking about something that honestly felt unthinkable just a few years ago. Tesla is no longer the world's largest electric vehicle maker. After dominating the EV space for more than a decade, Tesla has officially been overtaken in total EV sales by Chinese automaker BYD. Tesla sales fell for the second straight year while BYD surged ahead. And that shift tells us a lot about where the global EV market is heading next. This isn't just a story about one company winning and another losing. It's about changing consumer behavior, global competition, politics, pricing, and the future direction of transportation. Today, we're going to break down what exactly happened, why Tesla lost the top spot, why BYD is winning, and what this all means for EV buyers, investors, in the industry as a whole. Let's dive in. For 2025, Tesla delivered around 1.64 million vehicles globally, which was down roughly 9% from the year before. That marks Tesla's second consecutive year of declining sales, something that's never happened before in its modern history. Meanwhile, BYD sold approximately 2.26 million electric vehicles, giving it a sizable lead and officially making it the world's largest EV manufacturer by volume. Now, an important detail here is that BYD sells a mix of full battery electric vehicles, BEVs, and plug-in hybrid vehicles, PHEVs, while Tesla sells only pure battery electric vehicles. So some people argue it's not a perfectly equal comparison, but regardless, BYD is selling a lot more electrified vehicles, and that's what matters from a market impact perspective. So this wasn't a narrow victory. BYD didn't just barely beat Tesla, it beat Tesla by hundreds of thousands of vehicles. That's a major shift in the global EV power structure. Now let's talk about why Tesla stumbled. First, market saturation. Tesla has dominated early because it had little competition, but now nearly every major automaker sells EVs. Consumers have more options than ever, and Tesla's lineup hasn't changed dramatically in years. The Model 3 and Model Y are still strong sellers, but they're no longer unique. Next, you have price pressure and competition. Chinese automakers, especially BYD, are incredibly cost competitive. They benefit from lower manufacturing cost, heavy government support and subsidies, vertical integration of battery production, and massive domestic demand. That allows them to sell vehicles at prices Tesla struggles to match, especially in emerging markets. You also have the loss of incentives in key markets. In the US, EV tax credits became harder to qualify for and eventually disappeared. Some Teslas no longer met eligibility requirements, which made them effectively more expensive overnight. In Europe, incentives were reduced or removed in some countries, also hurting demand. You also have the controversies of brand and leadership controversies. Tesla's brand is closely tied to Elon Musk, and his public statements and political involvement have alienated some buyers, particularly in Europe and more progressive markets. That doesn't mean people stopped loving Tesla, but it does mean some buyers started looking elsewhere. And finally, you have delayed new models. Tesla hasn't launched a truly mass market new vehicle in years. The Cybertruck is a niche, the Roadster is delayed, the next gen affordable Tesla hasn't arrived yet. Meanwhile, the competitors are launching new models constantly. So, why is BYD succeeding? Well, first off, they have massive scale. BYD builds batteries, motors, power electronics, and vehicles all in-house. That gives them incredible control over cost and supply chains. Next, they have a huge domestic market. China is the largest EV market in the world. BYD benefits from strong government support and massive consumer adoption at home before expanding globally. BYD also offers a broad lineup. Their cars consist of small mini EVs, sedans, SUVs, commercial vehicles, buses, and fleet vehicles. Tesla mainly sells 4 consumer models worldwide. And finally, aggressive global expansion. BYD is rapidly entering markets in Europe, South America, Southeast Asia, and even parts of Mexico. They're not trying to be a premium brand, they're trying to be everywhere. This shift tells us several important things. EV leadership is no longer centered in Silicon Valley. It's becoming global. Price matters more than brand loyalty as EVs become mainstream. And the future of EVs will be shaped by manufacturing efficiency as much as innovation. For Tesla, this doesn't mean collapse. Far from it. Tesla is still hugely profitable, technologically advanced, and influential. But it does mean Tesla is transitioning from a disruptor to an incumbent. And incumbents have to fight harder to grow. So to recap, Tesla has officially lost the title of the world's largest EV maker. BYD has taken the crown through scale, cost efficiency, and aggressive expansion. And the EV market is entering a new phase, one defined less by novelty and more by competition. The question now isn't when EVs will win. That's already answered. The real question is who will dominate the next decade of electric mobility. All right, that's your mini charge episode for today. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, tap that follow button and leave us a quick rating. It really helps the show grow. If you found this episode helpful, make sure to follow EVGeek Studios on social media and catch our weekly Friday Charge episodes, where we dive deeper into stories like this and break down what they mean for you, the EV driver and enthusiast. Until next time, stay charged and stay geeky.